listen close. What is this? Is it heartbreak? Is it truly what it feels like? What it sound like? What it's truly at the essence? Sharp teeth in the chest. It's all in the breast of the beat and the bruise. Feeling like a pawn to the greed that these fools, but I never been a piece of the evil in the womb of these fake fuck niggas with they mask. I presume.
Hey, you guys, what's Gucci? It's your boy SJK, the first Black Super Saiyan, wherever on this planet. I'm back here with another video. Shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to all the wonderful people that are subscribed to my channel. We're at 535 subscribers. 535, I think 533. Shouts out to all the wonderful people that are subscribed to the channel. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here right now. So, I want to drop this video for you guys. So I said I was going to review it. So I went back to my past videos, and I was like, I got a lot of Avengers Infinity War videos. I might as well condense them into a review to where I can really get down and dirty and explain all my stuff together in an Avengers Infinity War spoiler review. I ain't finna go as hard as I would on my other videos. I'm gonna keep it real, I'm gonna keep it G, I'm gonna keep it honest, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys on this review. As you guys know, the movie is still a C for me. It's just a C. It's just a C, period. Just a C, and that's it. Let's go ahead and let's get this Avengers Infinity War spoiler review. I watched this again on Netflix. This is my fourth viewing in total of Infinity War. The reason this is my fourth viewing, follow your boy on Twitter, follow your boy on Instagram. Infinity War is hard to watch. It's hard to rewatch. It's not as easy for me to rewatch. It's not easy for me to rewatch it like I would rewatch Winter Soldier, Civil War, Black Panther. Civil War is a bit hard, especially at airport fights, and that makes it hard to rewatch the film. But Winter Soldier, Black Panther, Iron Man 1, films like Incredible Hulk, Doctor Strange is actually easier for me to rewatch. Avengers 1, films like Avengers 2, Avengers 3, Guardians 1, Guardians 2, Ant-Man 1, Ant-Man 2, Thor 1, Thor 2, Thor 3 are super hard for me to watch. Yeah, and that includes Iron Man 2 and 3. Super hard for me to rewatch. And I'll get into those when I do this review. First things first, what I want to rock out. Let me say this. Avengers Infinity War had some nice action set pieces. My issues were the setups for the action set pieces in the movie. That was it. They had nice action. You can have nice action, but your overall action can throw me out if it doesn't really truly connect to, if it doesn't flow well with the story. I'll get into that a little bit later. I want to get into the pros of what I liked about Infinity War first. The pros, the moments I liked of the film, the certain things. I'm gonna get into the pros. My first pro was the Thor's entrance into Wakanda. Even though I dislike Thor in the MCU, I like Thor in the comics and animations, but I dislike Thor in the MCU. That moment when he made his entrance, he went whoosh, bing, bing. It was tight. I liked it. I actually liked it. It looked tight. Like, bring me Thanos. I was like, whoa. Go get him then. He went after him. That was a cool moment. A pro for me. I liked it. Iron Man suit up. Fashionable. Lit. Look cool. He went that boop, 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 boop. Took them glasses off. Yeah. Shoom. Boom. Pulled out them cannons. Shot that fool back. That was a tight moment in the film. Captain America's entrance. When he came out the darkness, from the shadows into the light, and said, I'm here, I'm ready, and I'm ready. I'm here, able, and ready to serve. What's up? Caught that spear. Threw it back. A tight moment in the film for me. Another pro I liked about the film. Thanos' physical stature. Thanos' one-liners. And Thanos' power. That's it. Thanos as a whole in this movie, I'll get into him because I dislike him as a whole heavy. There was only certain parts. Visually, Thanos looked amazing. And in action, Thanos looked tight, but that's where it ends at. We just gotta get into Thanos ideology when I'm talking about the negatives. Other moments I like that the Russo brothers, even though the Russo brothers, I'm not vibing with them right now, the Russo brothers did a better Spider-Man than what that jackass in Spider-Man Homecoming did. They represented Spider-Man better than what that jackass in Spider-Man Homecoming did. Imagine if the Russo brothers directed Spider-Man Homecoming. It had control of that character. Imagine that. We would have probably had a Spider-Man that was probably more like the 90s, that was like growing up like the 90s Spider-Man, or the spectacular animated Spider-Man, or the Ultimate Spider-Man from the TV show. You know, better representations of Peter Parker than what Tom Holland does as Peter Parker. So Spectacular Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, the Ultimate Spider-Man from the animated show, and the 90s Spider-Man, all better Spider-Man and Peter Parker than Tom Holland. Together, they collectively destroy what he does. We'll get into that later. But the Russo brothers handle Spider-Man better than what that jackass in Homecoming does. Freak that dude. Another moments, I like that Cap's crew involving Black Widow, Black Panther, Shuri, Vision, Falcon, Black Widow, and Bruce Banner remain serious throughout that film. Bruce Banner cracked one or two jokes. He cracked one or two. Less than what Iron Man and them did. But I like that they remain serious. I like the seriousness of Cap's crew, just Cap's crew. But all the people on Titan, including Doctor Strange, Tony, and them, I'll get into them later. They're one of the cons of the movie. But all the people who remained serious throughout this film and took the weight of Thanos coming very seriously. Shouts out to Thanos for remaining more serious, cracking little to no jokes at all in the presence of Tony Stark, the Guardians, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man. But it's different Spider-Man. I'm okay with Spider-Man wisecracking because that's his character. Sometimes, but in overall, the MCU, everybody's turning into wisecracking characters, and that shit is it doesn't differentiate. You're all wisecracking douchebags now. It's turning into that. But I like that Cap and them all remain serious. I love that because they took the tone of the movie serious. If everybody in the film was under the same tone, had the same exact tone as Cap, taking a moment serious and joking around in leisure, Cap dropped no jokes at all. He was like, nah, we about this business. If everybody had Cap's tone and was about that business, including the Guardians, this movie would have been a better experience for me. This movie would have been probably bumped up to a B or an A. What I also like about this movie is that in somewhat it was overall an epic moment seeing all these heroes, but that's where it stops at. This is where it stops at with the pros, because then we got to get into the cons of the movie and what I dislike, because there's some issues with the story. The acting's fine. Acting is fine. There's an issue with the story, the script, the power inconsistencies, and the tone. Let's get into. If I dive too much, there's just a lot of characters. I'm gonna break down. I'm just getting to my cons. My cons with this movie. Let's start with Thanos. Now, the Infinity War movie is based off the Infinity Gauntlet comic. I believe Thanos Quest is the comic that came right before, where he was going after the Infinity Stones. But this is heavily based off the Infinity Gauntlet comic. Now, with these movies, you gotta take away the comic. But I'm just finna say this: the Infinity Gauntlet storyline is a 10 times better storyline than this one. But see, this is a result of Marvel not having all their heroes, not having everybody at their disposal. But still, these are their characters, and even characters like Iron Man and Thor, even characters like Thor, they changed them up heavily to fit a narrative to please the masses and not sticking to the roots of the character, such as Thor being a more serious character. But they ended up making him jokey joke goofball idiot. Boom. Shouts out MCU. This is my issue with Thanos overall. Thanos is a very stupid villain. I got villains like Hela, Killmonger, and Loki over Thanos still. Thanos is not in my top 3. Hela, Killmonger, and Loki are still in my top 3. Thanos isn't even in my top 5. Thanos isn't even in my top 5. If I'm gonna be real and legit with y'all, it's Loki, Killmonger, Hela, Zemo, and even though Zemo's plan relied on hella luck, he's still a better villain than Thanos. And I would say, what other villain would I have to put on this list? Because Thanos ain't even up on this bitch. Oh, fuck. Shit, throw this nigga Vulture on here. He was savage. Throw Vulture up on there. He was smarter than Thanos too. I'm gonna say this. Thanos' plan makes little to no sense at all. Yes, Thanos' goal is to limit half the population in all the planets because Thanos believes that the universe resources are finite and they're eventually gonna run out. Finite. Okay, cool. He can't say that because he hasn't been to all planets to confirm that. He only went to a few and made a judgment for all. Cause he didn't go to any of the 9 realms. We don't know if he went to Midgard. He definitely didn't go to Asgard, and those planets count that a part of the universe. So, come on, Thanos. You need to go to all planets and do testing. Do your graphs, your metrics and stuff to confirm this. He didn't do none of this. I'm just saying. This is the problem with Thanos. Thanos bullshits out the ass so much that it's just so stupid listening to what he has to say. And this is the issue. So basically, Thanos' plan is to wipe out half, right? Now, I'm not going to say he needs to make more resources. I'm not finna say that. What I'm finna say is, and this is the issue. Thanos sat on a chair for 10 years waiting to get Infinity Stones, right? 10 years. 10 years. And within that 10 years, he's saying he wants to save the universe, right? But he does not realize, okay, you can wipe out half, right? But you forget. What if you're going to wipe away doctors on each planet, the people that handle the nuclear waste on each planet, the law enforcement of each planet, and basically you're going to be toppling governments of each planet. So basically, he's going to kill so many doctors to where people that are sick and already in the hospital, already on ICUs and stuff, can't get service the way they need to because the doctors that was already there are gone. So, in less doctors, more people are going to die. Just on their own. Law enforcement ain't going to be enough law enforcement, so everybody's going to be out of whack doing stuff out of order. You're going to be killing so many people in the government that run certain things for certain programs of each planet, and you're going to topple them and destroy them by wiping out half. So, instead of you fixing the situation, you made the situation even worse. And this is why Thanos is it makes Thanos even more stupid. So basically, you're gonna wipe out half. But do you realize you didn't get to the root of the problem? Reproduction. Years. Okay, you did this. You wiped away half now, but years down the line, people are gonna repopulate. So basically, you waited 10 years to do something temporary. He waited 10 years to do a temporary solution. That makes everything even worse. That's like me sitting down for 10 years, right? And I say, dang, I'm going to go get that car. No. That's like me sitting down for 10 years. And I say, alright, when I'm ready, I'm going to go fix that car. And when I show up to go fix that car, I know little to nothing about the car, and I just grab a wrench and I think I can fix it. It's like I just walk up there, grab a wrench, and go like, dang, I should have researched this stuff. Shit, I don't even know how to fix this car. And I sat here for 10 years waiting to fix this car, and I didn't even do nothing to it. Man, it's that kind of bullshit. It's that stuff. You know, as a villain, I need to see some knowledge with you and know that you know how to have a step ahead of people, because you notice it with Thanos how he acts. Thanos was leaving open a lot of loose ends because the Russo's explanation, Thanos likes to play. Thanos likes to have his fun, which is stupid. That's stupid. Thanos likes to have his fun. Thanos basically let people like Star-Lord live. Star-Lord dumbass ended up helping him. Jackass. I'll get to them later. Star-Lord, he let people like Star-Lord live. He let people like Iron Man live. So now Iron Man he let the Avengers live. So now in Endgame, they can all come back and usurp his plan. Genius. You know, if sometimes you gotta close some loose ends. You need to do stuff like what Bane did, for example, tossing Batman into the pit. But hey, unbeknownst to him, he didn't know you can fix your spine. Movie magic, freak. That you can do all that and fix your spine and put everything back into position. Movie magic. But look, as far as Thanos goes, Thanos' ideology, Thanos bullshit so much out the ass, and it's just like, damn, how does he have followers? His followers, the Black Order actually believe in this. We'll get on the Black Order in a second, but they actually believe in his ideology and his mission, and if it makes sense. So basically, he's gonna wipe away half. Maybe you Black Order members, if you survive, two of you probably would have disappeared. Shit, what if Thanos snapped himself with whoosh? Hey, ain't no bias when it comes to snapping. But look, Thanos and his ideology, it's very loose, it's very whack, it doesn't work for me. It's hard to gravitate to because you have villains like Hela or even Zemo that can think out plans and close in loose ends. Thanos, he was too. The reason for him being so merciful was so whack. It was just, I just like to play, and that's it. Like, are you serious? What's this elementary shit? What's the true reason of why you like to flex your power? Are you trying to compensate for something? What's up, Thanos? Are you trying to prove something? Are you trying to flex? What's up? But Thanos' ideology is hard for me to gravitate to. It's hard for me to even give any value to. It's hard. Because, come on, dude. He really believes that if he wipes out half, he's going to save the universe. That makes no sense. You wipe out half, you end up wiping out current people in certain positions. What about people flying aircrafts all over space? Now they're going to fall. If they're saved or transporting a bunch of people, those ships are going to fall just whoosh, and people are going to die in space. People on Earth that fly aircraft such as airplanes and need to escort people. What if the pilot disappears and he dies? Then all those other people die. So it's shit like that. You make the situation even worse than it already is. Which Thanos, you would think he would realize this. I don't even think Thanos realizes this. Because that makes no sense. He should have just took the Infinity Stone, went back in time, and revived Titan or whatever. Or why didn't you just restore Titan? Why you gotta do this to the whole galaxy, man? Just go restore Titan and be cool. Come on now. Tripping. That's why this Thanos, for his ideology, and this is the problem with Thanos, for his ideology overall to be about his planet, based off his planet, I thought that was trash. It was so cliche to go with this overpopulation thing. And if the Russo brothers and Kevin Feige are going to go with the cliche thing, just go with the comic storyline of him wanting to please Mistress Death, and that as being his one true goal, to please Mistress Death and get with her. But Mistress Death denies him anything. It says nah. And she's kind of like, dude, you're being a thirsty simp weirdo, get away from me. That kind of thing. You should have ran with that, because that's more relatable than your planet dying. No human on this planet can relate to their planet being destroyed and losing your people, and you being the last of all your people. No human on this planet can relate to that. We can relate to Thanos being a simp. Because that's actually true in society. There's dudes and women out here that be doing crazy stuff to get with the other sex. Such as some women will go Uber to somebody who don't got a car and probably doesn't give two shits about them. They just want to smash and that's it. Or a dude will do some crazy stuff, going out here kind of like flexing his cock and stuff, being a jackass to try and show off to a girl. And that girl may not be feeling them, or this girl might be tugging them along and just playing with them, or this girl might be sending the wrong signals and saying, nah, dude, I don't want you. And this guy's going to take it serious, and he's going to gravitate to it, and he's going to be like, oh, man, I thought you loved me. I was doing all this for you, you know. I was trying to get this car together. Man, I got you this money, girl. You know, I have to rob a few banks to get this money for you, girl, but I got you, girl. What's up? It's like, no, I didn't want you to do that. I don't even want you. And some people, they take that, and they actually become toxic with it. You know, do some toxic stuff like, nah, you finna be with me. You finna be with me. That's what, you know, Thanos. People relate to comic Thanos more because comic Thanos, as far as his simpiness and how he tries to please someone that doesn't want him, that's more relatable than your planet being destroyed. If they was gonna go with something cliche, if you're gonna go with something cliche, pick the original cliche. And this is the first time we get Thanos. I did not like at all how the Russos and Kevin Feige changed up Thanos. This is the same reason I hate shows like Titans. You know, shows like Titans, that trash DC Titans shit. That trash DC Titans. Because it's the first time we get Starfire on screen and Beast Boy. And they can't even get the basics of the character right. Stuff like this, if you're going to give me a character for the very first time on screen, do the comic. Do the comic. And then later down the line, if you want to do other adaptations, then change it. But this is the first time we got Thanos on the live action screen. And he went so far off from the comic, it was crazy. And this is the problem with Thanos. And his overall goal. Thanos' overall goal in the MCU doesn't connect to any movie. Thanos building up and being built up does. But Thanos' goal and mission, what other movie in the MCU talks about overpopulation? What other hero or villain in the MCU is concerned with population or overpopulation? Thanos is the only one concerned with this. There was no build to this. There was no hints at this. Because from what we knew, Thanos was just some dude that was just trying to gain power and get that clout and just, you know, get that clout up, get that power. Which is more relatable to the comic one. Thanos trying to get that power. Trying to flex that power to impress Mr. Death at some point. But they come with this random ass origin. This random ass bullshit. Of him wanting to eliminate Half because his planet died. What? Why is he the only one that cares about overpopulation? For one, there's no other movies that hint at this, talk about this. So why is this at the end game? When we're getting close to the end game, for our final villain to end this 10-year run of movies, his ideology doesn't connect too much back to the MCU. And the other issue with Thanos, he's inconsistent within the MCU as far as his ideology goes and his mission. Because in Guardians 1, Gamora is the last of her kind, but in Infinity War, Thanos tells her that everybody else is alive and living lavish and doing well. And for Gamora to not know the status of her planet is trash in itself, because she should know the status of her planet regardless. She should know the status. What, she can't make no phone calls and be like, yo, what's up? How you guys doing? She can't freaking check on the status of the planet through, I don't know, the law enforcement of and whatever, to the galaxy or something. This, you know, it's that kind of stuff. Thanos in the MCU, the comic Thanos, amazing. MCU, nah. Let's get into the next con. The tone. The tone of this film. I dislike the tone of this film. Now, this film was more serious than Guardians 1, Guardians 2, Thor Ragnarok, Ant-Man 1, and Ant-Man 2. But it was borderline, almost hit those. It borderline could have went there if they put in a few more jokes of being a comedy. I still consider it a comedy, but like, and I call it a loose comedy, but it is a comedy. The issue with this tone and how the characters treat the situation of this dire situation. Tony Stark and Doctor Strange show how little people care about the weight and threat of what Thanos brings. These dudes, when Hulk fell, when Bruce Banner and Hulk fell through the Doctor Strange's sanctum in New York, he fell through the roof and fell through. They went to go get Tony. I kid you not, go watch this movie again. They was cracking jokes about Ben and Jerry's while they was explaining the coming of Thanos, the Infinity Stones, and what Thanos can do. These heroes was cracking jokes about Ben and motherfreaking Jerry's during this plot point, which should have been serious and detrimental, and they should have went like, yo, Thanos is coming. All hands on deck. All hands on deck. We need to do this. That's the issue. You guys are treating it as a joke, and this ended up creating it to where how I looked at it when all these heroes died, that shit was funny. I was like, they coming back, and we knew they coming back. The only person that had the saddest death in this movie was Tom Holland, and because it felt honestly real, and that was unscripted when he acted like that when he died. The only good one, Loki, he deserved that. He deserved to die. Loki deserved to die. Freak that fool. He deserved to die. But the fact that they're joking about shit about Ben and Jerry's, like, come on now. Let's get to the Guardians and this trash squad of heroes. The MCU can do a good thing. The MCU does a good job at taking heroes that no one cares about and giving them so much clout that these no-name heroes became this big. This is my problem with the Guardians. The Guardians cracked so many jokes. The Guardians took nothing serious in this film. The only time one of them got serious was when Peter Quill and Gamora was having that back and forth about him having the shooter. The moment Thanos caught Gamora, in the moment Peter Quill found out Gamora died. Well, found out Gamora died and hit Thanos. 3 moments of them taking the situation serious. But the other times, they're cracking jokes. They're cracking jokes and being goofballs. In presence, these dudes are jokes and they are goofballs and they are corny. They're trash. Star-Lord, Drax, Rocket Raccoon. The only people I like is Mantis, Gamora, and Groot. That's it. Star-Lord, Drax, and Rocket, trash. And let me talk about some of these characters. Let me talk about Rocket Raccoon and how trash he is in his character development and how trash it is in the MCU. Rocket Raccoon is a punk. Rocket Raccoon ain't shit. Rocket Raccoon talks so much smack and thinks he's the shit. But this dude ran like a little punk bitch. And we'll talk about that in a sec. This is the problem with Rocket Raccoon. So in Guardians 1, we clearly see Rocket's douchebag willing to work with people. Guardians 2, we see Rocket is quick to rush at things and he tries to take the status of leader when Rocket isn't a leader. And then Yondu gets in his butt and tells him, dude, you're gonna end up self-destruction. You're gonna end up hurting people around you. You need to chill out, bro. Rocket was freaking crying in Guardians 2, and you figured Rocket was gonna take that into consideration. Rocket did the most trash move that any person on any team could do. And there's a time when you need to respect your leader and to respect the matter of the situation. Rocket Raccoon, for some odd reason, we know why why he left with Star-Lord, because he was scared. Hence why I say a bitch. This dude went with Thor when they heard about Thanos was coming to do what he had to do from Thor. Thor was going to Nidavellir. Rocket Raccoon out of nowhere said, "Oh wow, I want to go see Nidavellir, the place where they create weapons." Why now, Rocket? Why now? Thanos is coming. You're supposed to be with the Guardians, your team, helping them out because they're going to need your help. Because you're very smart. You're tactical. You make some great tech. Your team needs you. He wants to go with Thor to go see some weapons get built. And this goes back to Thor's trash character. Asgardians are aliens, right? We've seen in Thor 2, Asgardians have transport ships on their planet. Why doesn't Thor know how to fly a ship? Because there was a time when Thor was a kid and didn't have a hammer. He was given a hammer. He wasn't straight up given that hammer when as soon as he was a kid. Not in the MCU. He had to age a bit, and then he got the hammer. So Thor doesn't know how to operate spaceships. Rocket couldn't give him instructions on how to operate the spaceship and get to where he needed to go. But no, Rocket only got in that ship because Rocket was scared. Rocket was a punk. He was trash. That's why that Guardians 1 act he put on, that Guardians 2 act, Rocket is a punk. He's a trash character. I hate his character. Dude is so inconsistent. From Guardians 2, he goes from sort of learning his lesson with Yondu. And then in Guardians 2, he goes to disrespecting his captain, his leader, Quill, who is asking him, yo man, all hands on deck, we need to do this. I'm trying to be serious about this too. Peter Quill is also trash. We'll get back to that. This dude Rocket goes off with Thor. Hops in a ship where he's not supposed to be with Thor at all. You don't know this person. You're supposed to be with your team. You ran scared. He even took Groot with him. He told Groot to go. He took Groot with him because he knew what was up. Rocket's a trash character, and he went AWOL basically. Rocket's trash. He's a trash character in the MCU. He's an asshole. He's a dick. I wish instead of Groot dying on Earth, it was actually backwards and it was Rocket. Because that dude is an asshole. He needed to go. Trash character in that movie. Let's talk about Star-Lord and Drax. Star-Lord is such a... That's why it's hard defending this dude. Star-Lord's a fucking idiot. He's over here trying to make his voice deeper to try and match Thor and try to see who got the bigger meat. Because he saw Gamora feel... What you feeling about his muscles for? It's like, hey, oh my gosh, his muscles are like whatever fiber she was talking about. Like, what are you doing? Who does this? Oh my gosh, his muscles. Oh my gosh, the freak. Who does that? Drax over talking about, oh my gosh, this is a man, but you're not a man. This is a man. What are you guys doing? Oh my gosh. Like, damn, could we get one movie of y'all being serious for once? Just cracking jokes. And Star-Lord acting like an idiot of a captain, yo. How is he a captain of anything? Oh my gosh, this dude's really the captain of his own ship, and he's acting like this? How does he have followers? I'm surprised he has a crew walking around trying to act tough. Imagine what his negotiations are like. Oh, yeah, we want this many credits for our job. Yeah. We want this many credits. Are you going to give us this much? Okay. Yeah. Guys, how many credits do we want to ask for? My crew said we want this many credits. Guys, you guys... Okay, I got it. I want this many credits. It's basically Star-Lord. They're trash. They messed up the tone of this film for me. That's why I treat this film as a comedy. This film ain't nothing serious for me. Even the deaths, we know they coming back. Come on now. Imagine if the MCU ended with Thanos winning and that was it. That would be some balls, bro. That's some balls. Imagine if the MCU ended with just Thanos winning and they end it here. And they just reboot entirely. And start a new story. Imagine that. Imagine that. That was some balls. That's some balls, bro. That's some balls. That's balls. I'll give them that if they did that. But they wouldn't have made that $2 billion if they did that. Nope. But look, I ain't take this shit serious. If none of the characters such as Iron Man, who I don't even like in the movies, I don't even like Iron Man in the comics. Dude's a drunk superhero. Fuck out of here. You ain't no superhero to me. Fuck out of here, dude. Get out of here. You're just a douchebag in an iron suit. A cocky douchebag. It still is the same cocky douchebag from Iron Man 1 to now. You're still a douchebag. Can't even mentor Spider-Man properly. And that's why I hate how they sidelined Spider-Man. Turned him into some freaking sidekick just because he's a kid. When Spider-Man built himself up in the comics solo. By himself. Amassed his own villains. made his own way, had to get a job at a young age to support his aunt, trying to go to school, trying to go to college, trying to work at his job, trying to be a hero all at the same time, dealing with real emotional weight, unlike this Spider-Man, who is only going to school. He only goes to school, so he can't manage going to school. Well, he has his little extracurricular activities. Cool. But he's only worried about school and being a superhero. While characters like Toby are dealing with a job, school, trying to support his aunt, trying to work 2 jobs, trying to go to college, trying to get with this, he's wanting to get with this girl, but at the end of the day he knows he can't because he's only going to get her in danger, and he stresses out about that, ends up losing his powers. His own stress causes him to lose his powers. But when he starts to relax and starts to go to school, starts to get more sleep, he starts to regain those powers because his body is in a way rejuvenating itself. You know, Spider-Man. Boom. But look, Iron Man, Strange, all the people on Titan, Iron Man's crew, they ruined this film for me with that tone. Cracking all of them jokes. Jokes on jokes on jokes. Squidward jokes, like, come on now. What's this elementary shit, bro? What's up? Can y'all take the moment serious? At least, look, I'm okay. This problem with the MCU that I have, their comedy is too intentional now. The Guardians has too much intentional comedy. That stuff should flow organically. Like, this is the situation. This is a situation of how, your jokes should run. The character should not be trying to break the fourth wall and force a funny joke. Because, for example, Iron Man's joke in the first scene when he's go head up with Ebony Maw, he calls him Squidward, right? He calls him Squidward. Now, Ebony Maw does not know what Squidward is. The alien doesn't know what Squidward is. The only people who know who would know who Squidward is was Doctor Strange, Wong, and Mark Ruffalo. But we as the audience know who Squidward is. So was Tony doesn't know. Tony is a character. He doesn't know that we're watching him. So is he trying to intentionally make us laugh, or was he trying to make Doctor Strange, Wong, and Bruce Banner laugh? Was he trying to make them laugh or something? Was he trying to break the fourth wall and make them laugh? It's jokes like those in movies that I dislike. Even DC does that stuff. Even some DC movies do that stuff, and I hate that. I don't like that. I don't like that superhero movies are trying to become comedies now and incorporate so much comedy into it. Like, you can crack jokes, but let them jokes be organic, not forced. The MCU does too much forced jokes, and that it gets so stale to the point where it's like, oh my gosh. Can you just go ahead and just become Deadpool, break the fourth wall, and just crack your joke? You know what? I would have more respect for the MCU if they just did comedy superhero movies in general. Just do comedy superhero movies, because they're trying to stick to being serious and comedic. You know what? Just embrace the fact that you guys want to do comedies. Because people clearly love them. They like Thor Ragnarok. That's trash film. They like them. So might as well do it. In DC, if y'all trying to do something, if y'all want to be serious, go ahead and be serious. Stick with a tone. Or if you want to balance it out correct. And when y'all do team up movies, all your characters should be serious, not comedic. Such as Infinity War. All these characters should have came in being serious. They should have took the moment serious. I would have been okay if Infinity War had like 2 to 5 jokes and that's it. 2 to 5 jokes and that's it. That's it. Because shouts out to Thanos, shouts out to Captain America, shouts out to Captain America's crew on Earth, who cracked a little to no jokes and kept the situation serious at almost every single moment. Shouts out to Captain America, shouts out to Scarlet Witch, shouts out to Vision, shouts out to Bruce Banner, shouts out to Black Widow, Falcon, Black Panther, and all the Wakandans. Shouts out to Thanos for being more serious than Doctor Strange, Tony Stark, Spider-Man, and all the Guardians. And Thor. We're going to get on Thor now. Thor is trash. Thor is trash in the MCU. This nigga is 1,500 years old. He's 1,500 years old and can't even kill Thanos properly. And you know what? I didn't even want him to kill Thanos. I just wanted you to cut off his arm. You had one job. You damn near killed yourself for an axe. You had one job. And you can't even properly kill somebody. You had one job, dude. One job. One job. Kill Thanos. You failed twice at doing that. The first part of the movie, couldn't even kill Thanos with his basic Odin Force powers, which Odin told him, you're set to be stronger than me. But he had no full control over it. So, boom. But at the end of the movie, he goes to kill him. Didn't even kill him. And he had so much time to pull out his axe and chop off his arm. Or Thor could have pulled off the glove. He sat there and monologued. Thor's 1,500 years old. He has trained to a point where he fights frost giants. He fought so many beings, went through so much pain and struggle, and he's emotionally falling out now. What happened to Thor Ragnarok when you was cracking all them jokes? Even after Asgard blew up, which you caused, you were still cracking jokes. It's like, hey Meek, where do you want to go next? Like, hey Meek, where should we go next? Your planet just blew up, dude. What the freak? You still cracking jokes? Your planet just blew up. Come on now. What the freak? And the fact that Thor was cracking all them jokes in Thor 1, Thor 2, Thor 3, why should I care that his mom died? Why should I care that Odin died? Why should I care that Loki died? The dude doesn't take his life serious. So why should I take anything he says serious? Dude's a joke. I don't take jokesters serious. I don't. You crack jokes, why should I take you serious? I'm not going to take you serious. You crack so many jokes, it's going to be hard for me to take you serious. I'm not going to take you serious. You 1,500 years old as a character, and you can't even chop off an arm. I'm not saying he had to go for the head and kill him. He should have just went for the arm. Why you got to kill him? Aren't you a superhero? You was very quick to kill. Superheroes, they don't kill like that. You ain't supposed to kill. That ain't supposed to be the first priority. You're supposed to, remove him of his weapon. And this problem with Thor. Thor must have never interrogated somebody before. When you interrogate people, such as Thanos, like he did, trying to interrogate him and, torture him, you don't torture and interrogate somebody and they have a weapon on them. This is like how police officers don't interrogate people in a room and they have a gun in the person that they are interrogating has a weapon on them. They take away all their weapons so they can't do nothing and they cuff them and strap them down. So he had Thanos pinned, right? And he's over trying to monologue and talk to him. You let your emotions just get to you. But you are this god that trained for so many years. Yes, you got feelings, but dude, you break down at this moment now? All you had to do was just cut off his arm. Pull the glove out of his chest, hold him, chop off his arm. That's simple, dude. He failed at that. Yes, I know we're getting Avengers Endgame. I know. You need to make a sequel. But don't do stupid stuff like that to create a sequel. Don't let me see the allotted time in between where he could have actually cut off his arm. He had tons of time to cut off his arm. All that time he spent talking, whoosh, whoosh, cut off that arm. Trash. Now, as far as Thor goes, the dude's a goofball. He's gonna run with it. Chris Hemsworth, no, I don't like you as an actor, real talk. If you want to be a goofball, you fit right in perfect here. You fit right in perfect. You goofball. But still, at the end of the day, he's a goofball. I have to deal with it. Boom. The tone was terrible in this film. It was terrible. It really threw me out of it. The tone really threw me out. How am I supposed to take you serious and you characters aren't taking your situation serious? When Cap, I felt more for Cap. I felt more for Falcon. I felt more for Black Widow. I felt more for Vision and Scarlet Witch. Because you want to know what they did? They took the situation serious. They wasn't joking. They didn't crack. They wasn't wisecracking when Thanos pulled up. No. When Thanos pulled up, that music dropped. They was all together trying to go at him hard. While on Titan, Spider-Man and the Guardians are all wisecracking and throwing jokes back and forth fighting Thanos. Can you guys shut the freak up and do your business? Take this man out. You wisecrack when you're in your leisure time, or wisecrack when you confidently know you're going to win. You know, whatever. Let's keep going. Y'all know the tone is bad. Rocket Raccoon is a trash character. He's a defector. He's just a trash character. He's a trash teammate. Star-Lord is a trash leader. Drax is an idiot. Drax is one of those characters that have the worst. Drax comedy isn't organic. It's forceful. You might as well put him in a parody movie and he'd be perfect. If you do a parody of Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, that's why I feel the MCU Guardians are just a parody of the real characters. The MCU Guardians are just a parody. Like, to be honest, like, come on now, Drax, he's over here like, I'm invisible, you can't see me. So, are you trying to make Star-Lord and Gamora laugh? Was you really standing there looking at them make out, nigga? You what? You weirdo. You know, just problems. Rocket is a trash teammate. To defect from the team like that and not listen to Star-Lord after Yondu died. Yondu died to prove a lesson. And also he died to sacrifice himself to save his son, Star-Lord. And Rocket is still doing this. Trash. Let's get into the next portion. What else? The power inconsistencies. Let's talk about the power inconsistencies. This film had the worst power inconsistencies I ever seen. This shit was damn near fucking Dragon Ball Super level with that shit. And yes, I said it. Shit damn near Dragon Ball Super level. The Black Order. Let's start with them. The Black Order all died in the trashiest manner ever. The only two deaths that I'm okay with was the big guy getting destroyed by the portal, and Corvus Glaive getting stabbed. The only two I was no, and I was okay with the with Scarlet Witch tossing the those two giant wheels onto Proxima Midnight. So basically, Corvus Glaive and where did Thanos get these people from? Ebony Maw, we know he's powerful, telekinesis and everything. He's the strongest member out of the four, but he died in the trashiest manner ever. Got sucked out of a spaceship and died. Yeah. He looked more like Roger the Alien than Squidward. Come on now, dude didn't even have that big hanging nose. His nose was stuck to his face. It wasn't Squidward, that was Roger the Alien. But look, this is the problem. So 3 humans, Captain America, Black Widow, and Falcon, all snuck up on Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight, who are these trained Black Order that work for Thanos, this elite warrior, this elite emperor, this elite emperor Thanos. And they got their asses whooped by Black Widow, Falcon, and Captain America with their basic ass human tech. These Black Order members. Now we know the MCU is the MCU Black Order is not the comic Black Order. We're not finna say that. But based off this movie in this universe, they are trash. You know what? Let me propose something. If in Age of Ultron, instead of the movie being Age of Ultron, what if it was instead Avengers 2, a movie about the Black Order coming? And instead of Thanos sending, Thanos sees that, damn, when I send Loki, I should have never done that. Time to send the Black Order. Instead of that being an Ultron film, yes, we would have never got Vision, but imagine if instead we got the Black Order. And then at the end of Age of Ultron, when you see the post-credits scene after he finds out the Black Order's dead, I'll do it myself. Because that's the problem with this film. Thanos said, I'm going to do it myself with my 4 children. There's no way you can justify it to me, but when you say you do something yourself, that means you do it yourself. That means you go in, solo dolo, no reinforcements. You go in with you. So he's gonna say, I'm gonna do it myself. Whoa, whoa, power. Nah, with my 4 minions, come on guys, come on. Nah, you do it yourself like you say you're gonna do it. Yes, he got all the stones, but he got all the stones because the Black Order failed. And, the movie should have just been Thanos going head up solo by himself with everybody. What it should have absolutely been. It would have been a little action, but you would have had a bunch of character development throughout all the characters. You would have seen more dialogue. I would have sacrificed the action to see more dialogue and story and build up of these characters being serious and talking about the situation and the coming of Thanos. I was okay with the giant minion battle. I was okay with that. But the trash Black Order to come in and do what they did, who got beat up by Captain America, Vision, and Captain America, Black Widow, and Falcon, trash. Parts of Midnight and Corvus Glaive had a staff and a sword. They had no other abilities than a staff and a freaking sword. Are you serious? Are you serious? A staff and a sword. And these supposed to be the elite guards of Thanos. I'm done. I'm done. They're trash. Trash. If we had to talk about something else, the inconsistency between Vision and Scarlet Witch in this universe. Vision and Scarlet Witch have some garbage power inconsistency in these films. I hate it when films do this in general. This inconsistent power scaling. You either keep that consistent or you take away some stuff. Because you can't keep on doing this. Having them be OP one movie, but in another movie they're somehow weak, but there's nothing keeping them from being OP. Unless it was something blocking Wanda from using her powers as much, cool. Vision, they created a reason for that. Corvus Glaive staff, which they out of nowhere didn't explain how it can nullify the Mind Stone, which no explanation. But in this film, Scarlet Witch was struggling to take out Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive because Vision. Well, she was struggling to take out Proxima Midnight. Cool, but near the end of Infinity War, when they're at the Wakanda battle, Scarlet Witch takes those two wheels with spikes on it and easily pushes them out the way and kills multiple people. But she's having trouble killing Proxima Midnight, so she can easily take those big spike ball things, the giant wheels, and move those and kill more people. But she's having an issue going solo head up 101 with Proxima Midnight. Why didn't she just, I don't know, mind controller? Like she did the Avengers and even Thor? Why didn't she just do that? Why didn't she just do a big blast and blow her back? Or, I don't know, pick up a big piece of I don't know, a building here and just throw it on her repeatedly and go boom, 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 boom. Then her and Vision team up on freaking Corvus Glaive. At the end of the movie, she easily moved those giant wheels whoosh, and killed more people at once. But she's having trouble fighting Proxima Midnight, who in Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive together couldn't even defeat Falcon, Black Widow, and Captain America. Those two together couldn't defeat 2 humans and 1 super soldier. I guess. As far as the power scaling goes, most characters is cool. Doctor Strange, I'm okay with, but the only thing I dislike that Doctor Strange has Time Stone all in this universe, because some dumb shit came in this movie. Yes, the Doctor Strange has the 14,605 possibilities bullshit. Yes. In Avengers Endgame, if his explanation for prolonging that stuff does not make sense, Avengers Endgame and this can make Avengers 3 worse if Avengers Endgame does not explain the 14,605 situation properly and why Doctor Strange did what he did. If they don't explain that properly to where it makes sense for me, Avengers Infinity War will get worse. Then, it will get even worse. Because it built up something, then the next movie loosely doesn't explain it properly, and it can end up affecting this movie. It's like how The Last Jedi makes it harder for me to watch the original trilogy and prequels now, knowing how Luke was so tight in the original trilogy, but now he's trash in The Last Jedi. Doctor Strange. I never liked the fact that he even got a time stone. He has a time stone and he does not want to use it. Because this is the problem with Doctor Strange. if Doctor Strange earlier in the movie were to use the time stone and were to, like, let's say on Earth, let's say on the ship, right? On the ship, he went ahead and went in time. Went back in time with all the different possibilities. Their chances would have changed. It was the reason their chances at the end were probably limited to 1 because they were near the end game. They were near at a point in time where it was too late to either change anything or make the situation even better than what it already is. If they were so far back, like say at the start of the movie, Doctor Strange did that, which I think Doctor Strange should have done. I don't know why he waited until they were on Titan to do that, since he knew Thanos was coming. They all knew Thanos was coming. And he had all that time while he was talking to Tony, going back and forth, cracking jokes, and he could have went boom. Alright guys, we got 14,605 possibilities and maybe 2 ways we can win. Their possibilities would have changed if they did it further back in the movie. But, I'm just saying. But Doctor Strange has the power to freeze time, put people in time loops. Nobody, do not get in this comment section. I know it's long, but don't get in this comment section saying, but the Mind Stone counteracts the other stone, but the Space Stone counteracts the Reality Stone. So, what you're saying is bullshit. Yeah. No. The MCU did not explain which stones counter each other. The comics did. This is the MCU, not the comics. From what we know, these stones don't counter each other. Boom. There was clear moments Doctor Strange could have easily just frozen time. But for some reason, Doctor Strange said, we're near the end game. There's something bigger than this. Okay. Is it Captain Marvel? Is it the fact that she can time travel? Is it the fact that Captain Marvel is going to end up defeating Thanos? Best believe Captain Marvel is going to defeat Thanos. She's going to defeat Thanos. It ain't finna be Thor. The dude's trash. He lost his chance. The freak. Now let's talk about Hulk and Iron Man, and where this falls off on bullshit, because this is other trash bullshit. So Hulk couldn't make Thanos bleed. Don't get in this comment section saying Thanos had armor, he was wearing a helmet, and he like had a chest plate, and it was just amazing armor. The Hulk couldn't penetrate it. Ugh. When was armor an issue for Hulk? When was armor an issue for Hulk? Because there's somebody that came at me one time and said, but Thanos had armor on. He couldn't make him bleed because he was wearing a helmet. Ugh. There was little to no reason for Hulk to be that weak at the start of the film. Yes, Thanos is a better fighter, but come on now. Hulk went down in seconds. That fight was literally under 30 seconds. That was a 30-second fight, and Hulk got murked in 30 seconds. This is my problem with this. So basically, Iron Man can do a couple of combos and use his thrusters to increase the mass and force of his punch to put a scratch on Thanos' face. Iron Man put a scratch on Thanos' face, but Hulk, who had no reason to be that weak and be defeated that quickly. Yeah, I wanted to see Thanos beat up Hulk, but that was too fast. For Hulk to lose that quick and not be able to at least make Thanos bleed a little bit, especially, I don't know, have a drop of blood come from his mouth, that is trash power scaling. Iron Man made him bleed. I know Iron Man scratched him. That scratch ain't shit. People hyping up Iron Man too much. Oh, he made a Titan bleed. Thor put a hole in his chest. Thor's that guy. Iron Man put a scratch on his face. So you get clout for putting scratches on people's faces? Oh my gosh, Krillin scratched Goku. He's the strongest character ever. Yeah. Shut up. No. But the issue is the Incredible Hulk. Hulk couldn't make Thanos bleed at all, in the slightest. Not even bust his lip or something, or punch him and he has a bloody lip or a scar. Come on now, what kind of power scaling is that? Iron Man punched him in the face, did maybe a little combo, and put a scratch on his face. But Hulk punched him and no blood, nothing, no pain, no nothing. Whatever, bullshit. Movie magic bullshit. What else? Oh no, let's get back to Hulk. Hulk in the MCU is trash. The Avengers Endgame, there's no coming back. For me. You guys may have hope from him, but if one movie gives hope in him coming... This is the problem with Hulk. Hulk was a gladiator for 2 years on a planet. He has developed no fighting skills, no nothing, or changed any better. Hulk has little character development in the... Hulk's character development is just as little as freaking Donald Trump's meat. This is the problem. This dude, Hulk, was a gladiator for 2 years. Developed no more fighting skills than what he already had before he started. This Hulk was the same when he arrived on the planet than when he ended up leaving the planet. If I'm a gladiator for 2 years and I survive, best believe I'm gonna be probably one of the best gladiators there. Best believe. If I was a gladiator and I developed new fighting skills over time and I got better, I got stronger, physically stronger, and I developed new techniques such as this new sword technique, or those kind of things. You are trash as a character if you're still the same from when you start. And at the end of your pivotal moment, you don't change. What the freak? That's like me being in a science class for 6 months, and by time we get to the 6th month where we got to do our finals and stuff, I know just as much as when I started. All I know is what I know from when I started, and by the time I get to the end, the only thing I know is the stuff I know on the first day, and that's it. That's basically what Hulk is as a character in the MCU. Trash. Character development is whack. The power scaling is the ink. Oh fuck! I don't know how Cap stopped Thanos' hand midway, and Thanos is struggling to push him back and had to take his hand and punch him and go poof. But hey, movie magic. Sure, fuck, I don't know. But yeah, Infinity War has some power scaling issues. Well, power scaling never usually takes me out of it, but the power scaling was on bullshit. That's why, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. A villain like Thanos, trash. Not even in my top 5 of villains in the MCU. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Some people ask me what I thought about Justice League. Nigga, fuck Justice League. Justice League is a C- at best. C-. Infinity War is a C. It's a little bit better than Justice League, but it's a C. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. Infinity War didn't impact me the way I wanted it to. Justice League fucked up because that shit came out too fucking early. Nigga, how you gonna jump from BVS to Justice League, my nigga? How you gonna go from Man of Steel to BVS? Man of Steel was your very good start. Man of Steel is actually a dope film. Man of Steel is tight. But for you to go from Man of Steel, then you hit BVS, and then you hit to Justice League, and then you hit Aquaman, which was tight, and then you got Wonder Woman, which came out before Justice League. The only good films in this DCEU is Man of Steel, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman. The worst films are BVS, Justice League, and Suicide Squad. The best films are Man of Steel, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman, to me. Worst films are BVS, Justice League, and Suicide Squad. The MCU, The worst films for me are all the comedic ones, the super comedic ones. The only good films I got in the MCU that I like, if I had to do my top 3, Black Panther, Civil War, and Winter Soldier. All these films deviate from the tone of Avengers 2, Avengers 3, Iron Man 3, even Avengers 1. Avengers 1 is borderline comedic, but I still got Avengers 1 over Avengers Infinity War. Avengers 1 is more iconic to me than Avengers Infinity War. Yeah, Thanos did a snap, but Avengers 1 is always going to hold a special part. Let's remember, guys. Shouts out to the MCU for making a Avengers movie before a Justice League movie. When they barely had all their characters. The fuck? What's going on, Warner Brothers? What's going on, Warner Brothers? I want to see you guys do good. But y'all come out with Justice League after BVS? Oh my god. Comic book films this past decade have become superhero action comedy. What's up with them having to be comedies now? I get comic books are campy, but comic books aren't freaking all jokes and rainbows and butterflies. These have very serious moments. A lot of comics are dark. But for you to take our characters and take characters that we get to see for the first time live action on a big screen, and you turn them into goofballs, this is probably these characters in the MCU. The MCU has become repetitive. This tone of action, comedy, superhero films is in so many of these films that it gets old. The MCU is basically the Migos. They're tight, but you guys are repetitive with your craft. You're tight, but you're repetitive. You're coming with the same shit all the time. It's all the time. MCU, can you change it up? Bring me back to the Black Panther days, the Winter Soldier days, the Civil War days. Show me that you can have a movie where you can have little jokes and have your film be 100% serious. That's what Infinity War should have been, a film with little jokes, because them jokes really threw me off. That's why when Infinity War ended, nigga, when fucking Loki died, he deserved that shit. Fucking jackass character gonna take the fucking Infinity Stone. Fuck out of here, Loki. You deserve that shit. Fuck you. That's what you get. When Bucky died, I cared a bit. I only cared that Bucky died because he's Cap friend and Cap in the MCU. I got Cap over Tony. Tony trash, my nigga. Cap tight. Cap is the best Avenger on the team. Tony is garbage. Because I'll get on Tony Stark. This nigga Tony Stark got that PTSD and paranoia. This nigga's whack. This dude has PTSD. Paranoia. He's going to try and be a mentor. This is my problem with Tony and how he fucked up Spider-Man. Robert Downey Jr., my nigga, you fucked up Spider-Man, bruh. And I also blame Kevin Feige and them for fucking up Spider-Man. Nigga, how you going to hire a kid, a 15-year-old boy, during the time when your team falls out and you're going to a civil war with your team? That's probably the wrong time to hire somebody. It's like, it's like hiring somebody when your company is about to go bankrupt. It's like, let's go and hire someone. We need some more people. No, you can't pay nobody. You're going bankrupt. Figure out, you don't hire nobody. He hired a team at a time when it was at their weakest point. That's when you don't hire people. You need to fix what's currently going on. He basically hired Spider-Man to give him a chance to be a hero, right? But little does Tony know, he has Vision on his team who offers more in the MCU than Spider-Man when it comes to power and skill. Vision offers more than freaking Spider-Man. Vision can transparently go through other people's bodies. He could have easily one-shotted Giant Man. He could have easily took Cap's shield and pinned down Cap and sat on him and said, "You ain't going nowhere, Cap." He could have easily took out Bucky. Vision could have easily took out Hawkeye. Scarlet Witch was going to be in trouble, but altogether, Iron Man and them was all going to take out Scarlet Witch regardless. She was nothing. She gets ganged up on. She gets her ass whooped because her power level was inconsistent. But for Tony this is the problem with Tony in Spider-Man Homecoming. You're going to call this kid on the phone. Tony is those dads that call their kids on the phone and keep on saying, "Kid, I'm going to come hang out with you. Man, I got you, bro. I got this stuff I got to do. I'm going to hang out with you." And they keep on calling and saying the same stuff every single day I'm sorry, but I missed your game. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm sorry. Nigga, stop calling me. Call me when you're ready to hang out. Call me when you're ready to do something. Tony is trying to teach. Tony is a trash mentor. Don't choose to mentor somebody or be a father figure, and you're not even gonna do that. That's like me saying, "Hey kid, I want to help tutor you." Then the kid calls me like, "Hey, you ready to tutor?" "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I can't. I got stuff going on." Next day he calls me, "Hey man, you ready? No, I got stuff going on. I'm sorry, dude." Next day, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, dude. I got stuff going on." Tony was doing that to Tom. Then when Tom finally steps up and tries to be a hero after Tony sends the FBI to go deal with a guy who got alien tech. He heard suspicions from Tom that he got alien tech. And Tony's not going to go deal with the problem himself or send like freaking Vision. Who else could he have sent? Who else did he have on the team? No, he pretty much had War Machine and Vision. Because Spider-Man: Homecoming takes place right after Civil War. He could have sent Vision to go deal with the little suspicion. Because Vision didn't link up with Scarlet Witch until 2 weeks before Infinity War, and Civil War and Infinity War take place 2 years apart. Homecoming picks up days after. Vision is still with Tony. Vision didn't go link up with Scarlet Witch and them until 2 weeks before Infinity War. So you're telling me you couldn't send Vision to go deal with the guy? If you're going to be a douchebag about it and send the FBI to go deal with a guy who got alien tech, Chitauri technology? And you're going to get mad at him, Spider-Man, for doing what he was trying to do. You know, answer the call and be a hero. When you, Tony, was over here talking to this kid, saying this and saying that, and just talking to him. You didn't do nothing hands-on with this kid. You didn't go out with him, helping him patrol and stuff, and say, "Hey, kid, you got to watch out for that. You got to make sure you think before you do this. You need to make sure this is certain locations you should patrol at. You should, here, I want to give you this device. You can put these beacons around the city so you can, check the frequencies and check the police scanners and stuff and see if there's crime going on. I want to help you out. And you help me too by listening, and I'm going to teach you." Tony wasn't doing that. As a mentor, you can't just keep talking. You need to act. Tony did it too. And this is the problem with Tony, dude. This is why he's a douchebag. You keep on stringing this kid along. Then when this kid finally wants to go be a hero and do stuff, you want to be a douchebag and go like, "Oh, hey, I'm going to take away your suit. I'm going to take away this. I'm going to take away that." What the freak, dude? He did something that you wasn't doing. Over there calling up the FBI saying, "Hey guys, you got some alien tech for you to go worry about." Stark, I don't think that's our thing. We don't got no tech to do. You guys got it. I'm chilling. Go deal with it. Alright, Mr. Stark. Iron Man is trash in the MCU. I never liked this dude. I never liked Tony Stark in the comics. Dude's a fucking drunk superhero. Dude's an alcoholic. Fuck out of here. I'm done. I'm done. Avengers: Infinity War. C film. Ain't nothing epic, really. The only thing epic was them getting snapped away, and that shit was beautiful. The only thing epic about this film was seeing Captain America and Black Panther race and run into battle and sprint. Y'all saw that when Captain America and Black Panther were sprinting? That shit was beautiful and glorious. Another epic moment was when Thanos actually won, because all these heroes was being fucking stupid. This nigga Thor, dumbass. Star-Lord, weak. Punk, beach. That's why he's a trash leader. You expect a little more from a leader, like a little bit more, emotional stability. But come on now. Can't even captain his ship properly. His teammates disrespect him in front of people like Thor who aren't even members of his team. Now it's different when you guys are in private, kind of just joking around and kind of clowning each other. But if your crew is clowning you in front of random people, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's like me going to a meeting for my boss, right? Say if I'm working at a job and I'm going to a meeting for my boss, and I just start making jokes about my boss saying, ha ha ha, your meat is small, ha ha ha, you got a pea brain, ha ha ha, ha ha, you look like a douchebag, ha, you take L's, ha ha ha, inside a meeting. And he's trying to propose something to other people. Trash, my nigga. DC, Marvel, no, Warner Brothers and Marvel Studios. I don't like the fuck y'all doing to these characters, yo. This shit is pissing me off. You know, that's why we gotta be harder on these companies as a collective. We need to advocate. We need to be harder. Cause you know we can say all day. We can say all day, oh, this isn't my character. But we can help prevent this stuff by stopping the problem before it becomes a thing. You know, these Captain Marvel, a lot of people are saying that she's SJW and they don't want her. Well, she's going to be SJW and you're going to have to take her. The MCU wants you to take it. You guys have been vibing with the MCU for this long, for 10 years. Why when Captain Marvel comes out, y'all want to have an issue about her being SJW? Because real shit, I got an issue with her being SJW, but if people let this shit slide and allow inconsistencies within plot, allow for movies that are meant to be serious to become action comedies, okay, then cool. Let Kevin Feige bring in Captain Marvel. I hope that Captain Marvel takes the role of Captain America. You know, freak all the men out of here. You know, come on, pussy power. That shit finna be lit. I'm down with it being an all majority female MCU. I hope they get so SJW that they make Loki pansexual. You know, it's the MCU, guys. It's the MCU. You might as well let it happen. You might as well accept it. We allowed for these films to get this far. I've been calling out this stuff ever since Iron Man 2, bruh. When a human Ivan Drago got hit by a car multiple times and survived. There's shit that I let slide. But that's like me looking at seeing Krillin punch Goku in the face and Goku falls through like 10 different buildings. I'll call bullshit on that stuff. Or it's like me seeing Hinata punch Naruto and Naruto starts to bleed easily. It's kind of like, nigga, the fuck? I get you're strong, but you're not Naruto strong. Fuck out of here. Or it's like if I see Vegeta and Tien punches Vegeta in the stomach and Vegeta starts leaking blood out of it, and his blood starts leaking out of Vegeta's mouth. I'm like, what the freak is that? What is that? That makes no sense. That's bullshit. We need to stop allowing movies to have these little plot holes, these inconsistencies. Because film only been out for, a century now? Film really popped off in, the late 1800s, the super late 1800s, and slowly into the 1900s. For us to let film become so inconsistent with their plot points and allowing directors to get away with skipping small details in films, because we have the internet now, people watch these small details in films. And for us to allow for this shit to happen, that's a fucking issue. That's an issue in every single part. We gonna allow music to fall out. We gonna allow bullshit to happen. We gonna allow them to easily persuade us and trick us with action comedies and films. What the fuck is Rampage? That Ghostbusters reboot with those women. Not saying there's an issue with women being actors and shit, nor none of that, no. But that weak ass reboot with the Ghostbusters female edition. That corny shit. I seen Ghostbusters 1. They disrespected Ghostbusters when they brought in them chicks to do that cornball shit, bro. Them jokes was weak. The leading cast was ass. Leslie Jones and Melissa McCarthy, what the freak was y'all doing? Come on now. Bumblebee? Venom? Now there's some stuff I let slide, but Bumblebee? People only hype up that movie because they had a 2-minute G1 Cybertron scene, while everything else in that movie is bad down to the action, the script. Venom? The first time, the official time we get a more accurate Venom, and his origin isn't based off of Spider-Man like it's supposed to be? The freak, bro. What is this? Nah. I'm done with these niggas, bro. Look. Captain Marvel, if she's SJW, allow it to happen, guys. Allow it to happen. You allowed, if there's many people that allow for the MCU to get away with it. I don't know why people mad at the MCU now. I don't know why people turning on Disney and saying, "Oh, I don't want her," because honestly, I don't want Captain Marvel either. But hey, we might as well take it for what it is. It's gonna happen. It's about to be SJW. Shouts out to the people advocating for her character to not get as much clout as she's getting. Shouts out to all the people advocating for it. But all the people who do little who advocate very little for their characters to be represented accurately and depicted almost correctly. Shouts out to you, because your voices don't get heard enough. But Captain Marvel, she about to bring that SJW. What the freak is that? Oh, it's my chair. The freak. Ah! But look, you guys, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. If Loki ends up being homosexual in the new SJW MCU, cool. I want to see homosexual characters in the MCU. I do. I want to see you make new characters, develop new characters. Don't take a current character and change their sexual orientation. Keep it as it is. Don't change nobody's skin color. Keep it as it is. Because y'all know I don't fully agree with the changing of characters' skin colors and everything. Their sexual orientation. I don't agree with that. If they're created to be a certain way, keep them as is. If you want to represent new characters in different ways, create new characters. Why don't they make new superheroes within the MCU? And then we can get comics made after them and put them into Marvel Comics. Just make up some new superheroes. Create a new superhero. Come on now, we about to get more MCU movies. Create new superheroes. Just make a new female superhero. Make a new homosexual hero. Make a new bisexual hero. Make these heroes. Just make them. Make them. Show me that you're original. Because this is Hollywood now. Hollywood is based on reboots and adaptations. That's all they can do now. What we've been getting the past 10 years. Ninja Turtles, bro. Ninja Turtles, that Michael Bay stuff. Adaptation. That Transformers. Adaptation. Trying to do something different. The first time we get Transformers live action, and Michael Bay messes it up. Then they do Travis Knight tries to do Bumblebee. And he somehow misses the mark with all the key pivotal points of what we see in Transformers movie. Michael Bay still surpassed Travis Knight in whatever he tried to do. Michael Bay's first 5 Transformers films have more rewatch value to me than that trash Bumblebee. Nigga, they had 2-minute G1 Cybertron scene. Nigga, I want a Cybertron movie. You keep on bringing these humans. Give me a movie about Cybertronians. Your 2-minute scene confirms that we can get a movie. Ooh, I want a live action G1 Cybertron movie. I don't want no animated film. You've been doing 6 live action films. After 6 films, and people, when we get to Bumblebee, that's still linked to the Michael Bay universe. We still in here. Nigga, freak out of here, bro. Nah, I'm good. Warner Brothers, y'all need to get it together. Shouts out to Marvel for doing a Avengers film before a Justice League movie. Now, if we have to look at Avengers Infinity War, if the top 5 superhero movies of all time, Avengers Infinity War is not in my top 5 superhero movies of all time. Watchmen, the all 3 Dark Knight films, V for Vendetta, and if I had to pick a fifth film, Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. Those are my top 5 superhero films of all time. V for Vendetta. No. Let's take out V for Vendetta. Watchmen. All 3 Dark Knight films. Spider-Man 2. And gotta pick wisely. Pick wisely. You know what? It's not just restricted live action. I'll throw animated up on this bitch. Batman Under the Red Hood. Batman Under the Red Hood. Tight film. So my top 5 superhero films of all time: Watchmen, Dark Knight, all 3, Spider-Man 2, and Batman Under the Red Hood. If y'all didn't know, Spider-Man is my favorite, my top superhero of all time. He's in my top 3. So if y'all think I have an issue with something or a bias, just let y'all know. Spider-Man and Wolverine are in my top 3. Yeah. Boom shakalaka. So yeah, this is the Avengers Infinity War spoiler review. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys had a good moment with it. Hope you guys get your popcorn and just eat along with me. This is my 4th viewing of this film. It's okay. You know, it's average shit. You know, I ain't look at it like nothing special. The Shane is better than Justice League. Just a little bit, but still an average fucking film to me. Because of all these points, my nigga, what the freak? You change up Thanos for the first time on screen? Nah, he's supposed to be comic Thanos, and then when we're like 2, if we're many adaptations live action down the line with Thanos, then I would have accepted a change. But for me to get him for the first time live action, and you change him this heavily, fuck out of here. The Warner Brothers, if y'all do the same shit when y'all bring in Darkseid, you know, change up this whole new Apocalypse and the birth, the New Genesis and stuff, the birth of Apocalypse and New Genesis storyline, you change it up heavy, fuck you. Warner Brothers, if y'all do that, I'm going to kick you in the fucking face. Shouts out Warner Brothers if they fuck up. Marvel, I got my eyes on you. Everybody, they about to be SJW, so deal with it. Deal with it. Deal with it. We can still take issue with it. I'm going to still have issue with it, but deal with it. If you didn't advocate soon enough and catch on to what Marvel was doing, because y'all let so much bullshit slide, just like how people let Disney and Star Wars slide. Y'all, there was fans out here that allowed for Episode 7 to happen. People allowed for Episode 7 to be a thing. No. I'll give y'all more slack. You allowed for Rogue One and Last Jedi to happen after the flaws in Episode 7. That clearly shows Disney knows nothing about Star Wars. So at the end of the day, people need to advocate more. Y'all need to stop coming late out the cuts with complaints. We need to be catching this shit earlier. We need to be more vigilant. You know, like our heroes. Captain them, Superman. All these heroes that are vigilant and stay ready. You know, patrolling. Actively searching. But you guys, I'm in this video there. The Avengers Infinity War spoiler review. And my 4th viewing after Netflix. I'm going to do it there. It's your boy K-Dot, the first Black Super Saiyan to arrive on this planet. First Black Super Saiyan to arrive on this planet. Let me do my little... Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and this... Oh my gosh. Oh my god. My eye. Fuck. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video there. It's your boy SJ Kid out, the first Black Super Saiyan to arrive on this planet. Go search that peace, love. Let me do it. I don't want to be ready this time. I don't want to fuck it up. That peace, love, positivity. Doses, everybody. Doses.